Hello and welcome to the Talking Shrimp podcast. My name is Mitchell Lewin and I am joined by...
Hola.
Oh, hola. We've done the cruise, we've done the Spanish, we've done the Duolingo.
Sorry. My name is Joel.
Thank you, James.
Hey!
Welcome to the weekly podcast.
Woo!
Oh, God.
Woo!
Oh, Ric Flair, calm down. Calm down, Ric Flair. You've joined us for this non-chronological podcast, but it's 100 episode... What? 100 episode... What? It's episode 103.
That was good, actually. That was almost like an advertisement for the thing. With the Talking Shrimp, what? With the Talking Shrimp, what?
I just flubbed it. To be honest, I just messed it up. No, 103 episodes of the Talking Shrimp podcast, and I still can't do the intro very well. How about that?
Well, I mean, you haven't really changed it. That's
probably the worst one I've done.
Yeah, it probably is, actually.
It's because
I
tried
didn't
to
really
change it
help
up.
you. I threw a spanner in the works saying hola.
Yeah, and the
So-
woo!
Yeah.
the Ric Flair. To be fair, I think you've done that before. I think we've got an intro where you Ric Flair it.
I believe so,
You
actually.
just must,
I
you
believe
just
so.
must, you must turn into
Maybe
Ric
that's
Flair
it.
to
Maybe
get
we'll
hyped.
talk about wrestling sometime. But not today!
Do you know what? My TikTok at the minute is just full of wrestling stuff.
Is it?
It's literally just
We
wrestling
could
things.
talk about it if you want to.
I've not really got that much to talk about other than my TikTok, and that's just like people who like good oversellers.
There's a lot to talk about wrestling.
There is.
Do you want to?
No.
Okay. Okay. Well, if you want to
be
hear
fair,
it,
all right, I'll talk about it a little bit. I went through a stage of like, you know how like you're on your F1 stage at the minute, and it'll slowly die out, and you'll stop paying attention to it. I had that with I had that with wrestling for about 4 weeks.
Yeah.
So
I don't think it's going to die out.
I was
You
just.
might, because you're not actually watching like WWE.
Oh yeah, no, I don't care. I just played.
Exactly.
I played the game for a little bit. I played 2K. Yeah,
2K. Whatever
24.
it
It
is.
was the one I played.
Only because it was free. Anyway.
It was free, and I downloaded F1 23 the other day just to on the PlayStation. This is just for reference.
Ooh.
I downloaded it about a month ago, and I still haven't played it. So
Oh, okay.
I'll
well,
probably delete it soon.
No.
Anyway, completely off tangent.
I was going to say, changing the subject completely. We're
what
rolling.
did you
into
want to
this.
talk about today?
Okay. I think we haven't had like not a deep podcast, a meaningful podcast recently.
Every podcast is meaningful that we do. What
It's
are you trying
not,
to say?
mate?
2 weeks ago, I spoke to you in Spain because you abandoned us. How meaningful is that?
Well, it is meaningful, but how meaningful is meaningful?
I don't know. You're being very philosophical.
Philosophical.
So carry on.
Okay, good films they are. So okay, let's go with a bit of a deep podcast.
Wait, good films? What good film?
Carry on films.
Oh, carry on.
Good films. Okay, I've got a question to ask you. Okay, I saw it on TikTok. I saw a few of these on TikTok and stuff, and this is the one that like. It didn't get me the most, but it made me think the most in different ways. Because there's loads of answers that you could do for this and loads of different routes you could go down, okay? And I'm interested to see what's one off the top of your head. So say the first thing that you think of and then think about it more and then give me another answer, okay?
Yes. Just remember this is 6 o'clock on a Wednesday afternoon.
Yeah.
Let's not kill everyone's brains. It's hump day. Let's get to the end of the week.
There's nothing crazy.
Good.
No,
I'm ready for this. I'm ready for this.
So you walk. If you could walk into a room, and
I
that
could.
room is filled with every single person you've ever met,
Right.
who would you look for first?
Who would I look for?
Who would you want to see first?
My
Who
nan
would
and
you want?
granddad who are dead.
One person.
My grandma who's dead.
Wow.
I'm
First one. Just
Yeah.
Okay.
Without thinking about it, you said without thinking about it. My first answer is I want to ask you: is people who are dead there?
Yeah.
And are they alive? That's my sort of follow-up question.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
without
I like
knowing that
that.
answer, I'm just going to say my grandma straight
Yeah.
away.
I like
because-
that as well because you like. I'm considering like you do it right now and you are alive right now.
Yeah.
That-
I could.
that
I mean,
as
I
well.
could go see my mum and dad like right now at any point. So I would probably
That's
pick.
the logic I was going with.
Yeah,
I
I'd probably
like
pick my mum or my dad.
Yeah.
But because I was thinking, well, you said
Well, someone that you can't
say
see
it as
right
yeah,
now.
exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
So
yeah.
you said everyone I met. So
Yeah,
instantly I was like,
exactly. Okay, so now you've said the first thing that comes off the top of your head. Give me more of a like in-depth one. Who, like you could say. I mean, technically, we've met. I don't know, like.
it's crazy the amount of people that you've met.
We've met Rita Ora. You could go and meet Rita Ora again, type thing or something like.
She wouldn't
who would
be
you...
up there that I'd want to be.
No, but there's an option of that. Like, there's a lot of people that you've met.
To play this down, what you're basically saying is every person that you've met in your life, put them in a line of your favourite that's closest to you, and the furthest away is the ones you don't like.
Yeah, in a way. Or
That's
like,
kind of what this is.
Who's maybe
That's
had
what
the
I'm
most
picturing
like
this.
influence? Who's been the most influential person
My
on your
parents.
Life? Okay. Yeah.
My parents would probably be pretty high. Sorry to not say you, just to clarify. I feel
Why?
like
What's that? What was bad about that?
I don't know. I just feel like I had to get that in
I
there.
don't think that's that bad.
No, I just feel like I had to get that in there. I'd probably say, yeah, my parents and my grandparents and probably my partner and and then some of my other friends and then you obviously.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Just acquaintance.
What about pets? Is there animals there?
See, yeah, pets is an interesting one.
I don't think
too.
pets
A lot
should be
of
in
people
that.
said. Well, a lot of people said that in a way.
What, they should be?
Yeah, and that should be like. Yeah.
I think in my head, I just want to think of it as people.
Yeah. Although you could also go with like, you could ask the question and say like, if I was to go and choose whoever, how long do I have with them, and what like, am I allowed to talk about whatever? Like, am I allowed to ask whatever? You know?
Yeah. So do I get an answer on if it's dead people are there?
Well, that's the thing though, isn't it? That's like the question.
So what you're saying to me is, every question I have, you're not going to give me an answer.
Well, possibly. It depends what. That's what I'm saying. Like,
but it's not your question to give an answer.
If I said to you, like, you can see your grandma, she can't say anything to you. You can meet her, but she can't say anything to you. Would you still meet her?
Yeah, I'd probably give her a hug.
So yeah,
I didn't hug her enough. Oh, that put a lump in my throat.
That was
we're not a
emotional.
hugging family, so.
Yeah, to be fair. Well, actually, yeah, I was gonna say we don't really hug, do we?
No, it's very awkward.
Which is weird, isn't it?
I just think it's me. I don't think my family do it, so then I don't.
A little bit. I don't know.
Push it off on. Are your family huggers? Or not really.
Not really. No. I hug my nan more than anyone in my family, I think. But I think it's just out of like habit.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah.
But
I think I hug my mum the most, and I probably hugged my mum in the last 5 years, maybe 5 times.
Yeah, and for probably very specific occasions, I could probably say.
Yeah. Probably more upsetting times than anything.
Yeah, but that's not saying
you wanted this podcast deep. It's gone deep.
Yeah, that's fine. I can't swim. So what I'm saying is, yeah, that is like, people might look at that and go, oh, like Mitch can't hug. Yeah, that's not the case. Like, you don't show affection and appreciation to your mum by hugging, which is fine, because you show it in other ways.
Should I get my chaise long out and sit along it right now?
Yeah, mate.
I feel like this is proper therapy session.
Yeah.
I feel like you're going to hold up some pictures in a minute of some random obscure black ink and tell me what that should look like.
What do you see here?
What do I see?
If you see an elephant first.
Or a balloon. Or
do you
a
see
clown.
an elephant or a balloon? Yeah, no, it's weird though, isn't it? It's same with us. Like, I would go to you with a lot of stuff, but I don't really hug, sort of thing.
No.
And stuff, you know?
No.
It's a weird, like...
Past the hugging then, when you thought of this question,
yeah,
because obviously you saw this question before I did, what did you think?
Same as you. I was thinking, I'd go and speak to my granddad.
Right, okay. And instantly, honestly,
honestly,
that
is my, like, because I didn't go with, like you, if it was someone alive, I could go to them now, sort of thing, or I could call them, whatever. Like, that's fine. Like, I can do that regardless. This is a chance where I can talk to someone that I can't talk to, sort of thing.
That makes sense.
Yeah, it does make sense, doesn't
exactly
it?
What I thought.
I'm not saying like I don't want to go talk to my mum, but I can go talk to my mum anyway.
So obviously there's no yes or no to this, and we can build the scenario up
ourselves. So let's build it and say, like, I think you could do that. I think we said.
In my one that I'm building up the scenario, there's no pets. People who are dead are there, as you remember them.
Yeah.
And I like the one where you said they can't speak to you. It adds just a bit of a
deep, meaningful time.
Yeah, like would that stop me choosing someone in a different, because in my head I'm still picturing them in a line and I'm putting them in order of who I want to see.
Yeah,
and I have to then go through that line and talk to every single one.
Yeah, no, I get that. Yeah, it's weird because like what would you want like from your nan without talking? And like, you said about a hug. Is there any other like thing that you want from her?
Not really. I don't know. Like, it's weird, isn't it? Because
I don't, what I mean?
Like, in a way, I don't need to see my grandma.
No, I'm like fully content with not.
Yeah,
sort of
that's
thing.
what I mean.
But at the same time, like, if I did, I would definitely take that opportunity.
Exactly. I suppose the option's there.
Yeah.
Like, are you on about? Well, you're saying your nan yourself. You're saying your nan as well. Yes.
What, like? No, yeah, my granddad.
You said your granddad.
Yeah,
sorry.
Similar situation. Where I would probably more so. I don't know if it's like a male thing. Maybe it might be a male thing. I don't know. I would want to know that he's proud of me, which I kind of do, but I'd want to know it from him, sort of thing. Like, from an extent where, like, from him passing to now, a lot's happened in my life that I feel I've done all right with.
Yeah.
But I want to know. Enough. Yeah, I like just a pat on the back type thing.
Yeah.
Just so,
yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Now you said that, like, I'm thinking, like, I'd want my, like, Oh man, I'm actually making me kind of feel
I'm
upset.
yeah, I
thinking
know,
about
I
it. It's
know.
like
But that's
lump in my
fine. It's
throat.
good. So
It's like,
we don't talk about stuff like
yeah,
so.
it's like I kind of want like oh man, I'm getting actually like a little upset. Just before my granddad passed,
Yeah.
he saw my dog that I have now. He loved animals and stuff. He used to have a pet fox. Funny, there you go.
Yeah,
Little trivia. His
I don't
name
think you've
was
ever
Fox.
said that on the podcast.
I don't think I
knew
have
that,
either.
but
He used to have a pet fox, and it was
Yeah.
called Fox and then it was made illegal to own a fox, and he had to just release it, and
yeah,
it probably would have just
That
died.
is the
'cause it was
most
tame.
Lewin family name for a pet, by the way.
Yeah, but it wasn't even
Mitch
Lewin.
Woods.
It wasn't even the Lewin side. It
No,
was,
but
it
like
was my mother's maiden name
I'm not
side
surprised
that
at
I'm not
this
going to
sort
say.
of thing. Like if you had a fox, you would name it Fox.
To be fair, my
Foxy or
dad
something.
is. See, that's not really on my mum. Like that's my mum's side, but on my dad's side, he's the one who's like, I used to have a teddy bear when I was like, he literally had a teddy bear when he was younger, and it was called Ted.
Yeah, exactly.
That is like the most dad thing my dad could do.
Yeah, very.
But my mum,
black
no,
and white.
I like maybe my mum's granddad was a bit more the same. I don't know. Anyway,
Yeah.
what was I saying?
Sorry, about your
he helped like because my dog's like a stray, like a rescue stray from Romania.
Yeah.
He saw like pictures of him and then like never actually got to meet him. So in a way, I'd kind of want like my granddad to meet my dog, even though I just said pets wouldn't be there.
No, but you know that he would appreciate that.
Yeah,
as well.
Yeah, and the other one is I'd want my obviously I'd want my mum to see my grandma because they used to talk like every day. I'd prioritize my mum seeing my grandma over me.
So yeah, if you were asked from someone like
my mum's mum,
yeah, if they were like, who do you want to see? The first thing you might say after thinking about it now would be, well, can I swap me for my mum right now?
Yeah.
Type thing.
But I'm going to say the answer is no, so we can't do that.
To be fair though, both occasions though, it's very unselfish of you because you're saying your pet to your granddad. That's got nothing to do with you really. I know you'll feel happy about it, but that's more on you're making him feel good and the dog obviously. But
my dog doesn't care. My dog never met him.
His dog likes people.
Yeah,
you know.
he does, to be fair.
But then the same with your mum. You're not really. That's nothing to do with you. I know it'd be nice to see, but like if they were like, yeah, but you have to leave, you wouldn't see that. So it's very unselfish of you.
It's funny. I came down the stairs yesterday, and what used to happen is at about 5 o'clock every night, my grandma, who's now passed, would ring like my house phone and speak to my mum for like half an hour. And I walked down the stairs and I was like, oh, it's weird. The phone hasn't rung in a while. And I was like, oh yeah, that's why.
That's what. Yeah.
It was such a weird like. It's been like 2-3 years now.
Yeah.
And it was such like a. Why did that thought just come into my head? Like, it hasn't happened in so long, but it just came and then went and like instant lump in my throat and then gone.
Yeah, but but like that's the one thing that people say. Like it does get easier with time and stuff like that, but like it just jumps on you at times.
Yeah,
that you're just like, oh yeah, of course, that's Yeah.
Well, whilst we're down this rabbit hole, the other one that I'd be like is I'd want to like introduce my partner now to my grandma.
Yeah.
Just to sort of like because I think she'd like it, so I'd want to.
Yeah, it'd be again almost like a acceptance type thing, like
to
know
in a way.
that's
like,
a good.
Yeah.
Oh, well done.
Yeah, I
she's
think
lovely
so.
type thing. It'd be nice.
Exactly that, and I think that's what you were thinking, wasn't it?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, and just that like acknowledgement, like you done all right, sort of thing. You know?
Yeah.
You know.
Ah.
It's weird, isn't it? Same, when I go to Nanapads, when I go to my nan's, I always sit in. I won't sit in any other seat apart from where my granddad used to sit, and I'll go and sit in.
Oh, you sit in his seat?
Yeah, and I if I go there and let's say she's got a visitor, I hate the fact if they sit there.
Oh right, yeah, because it's not their chair.
Yeah, even like my dad will sit there, and I'll in my head I won't say anything. I won't be annoyed at him, but in my head I'm like, no.
But why is it okay for you to sit there?
Because it's like how do you put it, like it's like I don't know, it's selfish really, isn't it, to say like I can, but
and just to clarify, you're saying your dad sits there. That's not your when you say your granddad, it's not your dad's dad, it's your mum's dad, isn't it?
No, my dad's dad.
It's your dad's dad.
Yeah, so it's his dad. So again,
it's his dad. So
yeah, I know.
So why do you find that odd?
I don't know. I hate that. I hate it. Like it's his chair sort of thing. It's weird. I don't know.
But it's okay for you to be there.
Yeah. And I feel like nice sit there, you know? I don't know. It's a weird thing.
I kind of get it. I do
it's
get it.
It's weird, though.
Like,
it doesn't really make a lot of sense, but I don't know. And then, when thinking about that, when my granddad never really, like, he wasn't, how do you put it? He wasn't really, like, romantic with my nan. Like not in a bad way, but he would do other things, like, to show his affection. You know, a little bit like us sort of thing. We're not very romantic, me and you, are we?
I think it's a bit different spectrum, but sure.
Yeah, so he'd give her a kiss and a cuddle and stuff like that. Well, you know, the usual stuff anyway. But like he wouldn't usually sit by her maybe at home, or you wouldn't see him like be like that a lot. You wouldn't see him. He would, behind closed doors, but you wouldn't see him. But I don't know. Like when he passed, the first things in my head were make sure she has a good birthday and Valentine's.
Who's this? You're
my nan.
About your nan now.
Yeah, Nana Pat, and I think I got her flowers on Valentine's Day, and I think I got her like cards and chocolates and stuff on birthday. But that's all I had in my head not because of my granddad not doing it, because he would do something like that and he would want to, like if he could. But that's the thing, like especially the first one, I was like, that's the type of stuff that like we said before, like the unselfishness to look out for someone else because like mate, we've gone through breakups with exes and stuff in the past. Yeah, it's difficult. You've had difficult moments. You've cried or whatever, anything like that. They are nothing at all on an old marriage. I haven't got a faintest clue how my nan copes day to day. I haven't. Yeah. I fully respect her for it because I've got upset over maybe like breaking up with a girlfriend of like a couple of years. Mate, you're talking like 5 decades they were together, or like 6 decades.
It's crazy, isn't it?
Mate, they're literally like
maybe she's thankful for a bit of peace.
To be fair,
after all this time.
Yeah.
Just to throw a spanner in there. Sorry.
No, you're right there. No, in a way.
I'm
but even she says that though.
Yeah.
Even she says that though.
But I think that's just like a grandparent of that era to say.
Yeah, definitely. But it's like you said with the phone sort of thing. She says sometimes to me like, my granddad used to have the phone by him, like it's still by his chair, and every time there was a scam caller, he would just make up shit and just like joke around with them. And she's like, well, I have to deal with that now, and I don't know what to say. I just she just says that. Whereas like I remember my granddad once saying about it wasn't a scam caller, it was my nan's catalogue basically saying, do you still want to be subscribed sort of thing, we haven't heard of you in a while, do you want us to send you the next catalogue? And he said he thought it was a scam. He just went, she doesn't live here anymore, I don't know. And they unsubscribed her. But yeah, she said that like when he passed, stuff like, I don't know, just stuff like that. And then sometimes though she does like just being her, having her time, that's quite nice. But mate, I don't get how that like works. That's like me cutting your right hand off. What are you meant to do? It completely changed your life.
Yeah, well, that's it, isn't it?
That is the nearest you can put it to.
We're quite just going off on a tangent when you're saying like cutting your right hand off. We're quite privileged in a way that
to have a right hand.
To have a right hand. as silly as that sounds. No, exactly. You're laughing, you're joking. That's kind of what I meant.
I know.
To have that like stability, and I don't know really where I'm going.
Yeah,
with this,
yeah. No, I know what you mean. And like, if I like in the future, if I have as good as a life as they had with my partner, even like a tiny bit of that, I'll take it. That's class. Just because it is great, So I don't know.
So going back to the age-old question from the thing.
Yep.
That you asked right at the start.
Yep.
Who are the 5 people that you want at the start of your line? So I'm basically making you choose your 5 favorite people. That is basically what this is.
That is crazy, isn't it? That, but you could also include people who have died. It's weird, isn't it?
Unless you don't want to include dead people. No, I think we do. We basically just discussed dead people.
Top 5 is a tough. That's a tough.
Top 5 people in your life. Okay, then shall I make it easier? Choose the top 5, but don't put them in an order. So just the top 5 people, but not first.
Why do I have to go first to this?
Because you asked me the question and I answered, so now I'm asking you a question.
You answered one of them.
Yeah, and we spoke for about 25 minutes about it.
I don't know. That's a really tough one. I think both my granddads, I think I would, because I couldn't see them, sort of thing.
Right, okay. Yeah.
That makes sense. No pets, like you said, fair enough.
Would a pet be in that list anyway? Top 5? Would a pet be in your top 5? Realistically, honestly?
No.
No, okay.
No.
Top 10?
No.
Wow.
Because I haven't had a dog and my dog's still alive.
Yeah, but it doesn't have to be dead people.
Yeah, but
I like forget about this. I don't mean this. I'm going to say it, but I don't mean it. Forget about dead people for a second. Just pick your top 5.
Put a pin in that.
Put a pin in the dead people part. your top 5 favorite people. Like you're just putting all your favorite people in a room. It doesn't matter if they're dead or alive.
Okay.
That's what I'm trying to ask. And it can be pets. Fuck it. Why not?
Oh, fuck it. We'll go with. I think all my grandparents. So
that's
4 spots.
Wrote
Isn't it?
off
I
straight
know.
away.
And I think, to be quite selfish, it probably would be my missus.
Yeah. So no parents. Not me. Class.
No.
I'm turning my microphone off.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think it's weird because this is gonna sound bad. This is gonna sound bad, but I would teeter on my missus or me or my mum or dad with that 5th spot
over grandparents.
Only until 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago. Whatever,
okay, right, okay. But why would you? I'm going to put a pin in that one.
Yeah.
Why are your grandparents taking the 4 spaces straight away over your parents? Even though you see your parents probably every day, but you don't see your grandparents every day. Obviously,
yeah,
the ones who are dead, you can't.
I was gonna say two grandmas that are passed. They're in there anyway. They're the top 2 spots.
Right,
100%.
Your 2 granddads over your
100%.
Okay.
Yeah, because like you said, you can't see them. Yeah, my 2 nans, I would, and I would push more because if I could do what you did with your mum, I would do it with them.
Right, okay.
So that's the other.
We're not doing that situation at the minute, but yeah.
No, but it's still an option. Yeah, so I could ask.
Not in this scenario. We're on about something completely
I
different
didn't
now.
clarify that, but
I did.
Anyway,
I definitely
would
did.
still anyway. And then I think the 5th spot. I couldn't choose between my mum and dad, so I think I would choose my missus. So I don't think that's in a way bad.
No, I don't think that's bad either.
Yeah. What about you? Same. Exactly the same. You're gonna choose my missus.
Yeah, exactly. But your missus would be number 1. Sorry. At least it wasn't.
No, sorry. Go on. No, yeah.
It's alright. Your mum would be number 2 as well. Sorry. Okay. Right. Okay. Scrap that. Let's forget about the mum jokes. This is a sad episode.
Okay.
I would pick. I'm not putting them in order. It would be my grandma and granddad who have passed, my mum and dad, and probably my partner.
Nice.
That'd be my 5.
Obviously, again.
Huh?
Just not me, obviously.
No, obviously not, mate. And I hate to say it, you'd be scraping top 10.
Wow.
Yeah.
Are you dead serious about that?
Yeah.
Wow. That's
you'd
really
be in the top
harsh,
10. You'd
we
definitely
really
be in the top
appreciate
10.
that. Cheers. Yeah.
You would,
what?
okay,
above or below your dog?
I don't know. It's funny you asked. It's funny you said that because I was thinking, where would you go above?
See,
me or
it's
my dog?
interesting as well because with obviously a pet, we established that when you were like, "Oh, not a pet" and stuff. You have a dead dog.
Yeah.
That's an interesting one that I expected you to say in that 5.
Really?
Yep.
No.
Mate, that was hard.
It was. It was hard.
It was sad. That was really sad because you went as well. Like, not in about. This sounds really bad, but oh well, fuck it. This podcast has gone a bit of a tangent. It was sad when your nan passed, but were you there when she passed?
No. No, I don't think. I don't know. I can't remember. Honestly, I don't remember.
But you were definitely there.
My grandma was living in this house for a while.
Yeah. But
I can't remember if she passed in the house or like at a hospital. I can't remember.
But you were definitely there with your dog.
I was definitely there with my dog because I went on the Friday the 14th, Valentine's Day, of one of the first years I was single after being in a very long-term relationship.
Yeah, and out of like lockdown and everything going on. Like it was bad. Lockdown was it? There was some sort of lockdown at that time.
I think it was 2023. No, it can't have been 2023.
No.
It must have been 2022. Longer than that? No, my dog currently is almost 5.
Yeah, so
if my dog's almost 5,
2021. It wasn't 2020. It was 2021, I think.
It might have been 2020.
Could have been, but it was one of the lockdowns anyway. It was a tough time anyway.
I was in the room when my dog was put to sleep. I've discussed this on the podcast.
You have, yeah. But that's what
it's literally called Mitch Cries. I think there's a podcast called Mitch Cries. So.
Yeah, I think it's like 30 something, maybe.
I think it's less than that. I think it's like 15.
It could be 15.
We went from not swearing in the first 10 episodes to swearing and then me crying. Class.
Yeah. It's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. What were you asking me? Would my dog be in the list? Basically, is what you're saying. My dog now would probably be higher in the list than my dog that's passed, and I don't know why, because there's characteristics of my dog that's passed that I still prefer to my dog that I have now. Yeah, but then I think that's just what it is. But
no, I get that.
My dog is my dog currently, and I wouldn't change him for
an
older model. That sounds horrible to say about my
dog.
I get. I love my dog that's passed, but
Yeah.
You know, the one that's alive, still good.
Still going.
No,
yeah, the only other question to leave it on, if that's okay. So very quickly.
Wait, writing off, yeah.
Yeah, we're writing it off, mate. We're right. It's been a lovely podcast, and they can enjoy this now. The only thing I wanted to add was who have you learnt from the most? In everyone that you've ever met, who have you learnt from the most? Not maybe like physically.
Can I cop out answer?
Oh,
I'm gonna cop out answer, and I'm gonna. I think teacher. I've learnt, huh?
An ex-teacher.
Fuck no. Useless.
Jesus.
No offense to any if they're listening. Any of the thanks for the education. I feel like I've done pretty well.
Listening.
But I don't. Education system. That's a whole nother story.
Yeah.
But,
yeah.
No, I would say I'd say a cop out answer. Sorry, I'd say my mum for my like emotion and my awareness of other people's feelings and how I present myself to others and what I want the world to be for others and myself.
Good answer.
And I'd say my dad for my more practical.
Yeah.
And like just getting shit done, and like if you want it done, just do it yourself, and like handiwork side of things, and But then like I don't know.
Do you know what's really interesting about your answer? I completely agree with you, and I would say the exact same thing to you.
For yourself,
for myself, yeah.
About my parents.
My answer. Yeah, mate, Steve's taught me a lot. No, so what I'm saying is, isn't that weird though that like I think a lot of people would say that. And I think this isn't a sexist way of putting it. I think it's just blatant that is male-female. I think a lot more blokes.
I think for our generation.
I think in general.
I think it's changing more so nowadays. I think there's more of a split of, there's a different etiquette like of what the world is. And that's not a bad thing. That's a good thing. It's progression.
But I think both parties, both sexes are struggling to develop because it's not a natural response to that.
Oh, okay.
It's not a natural response.
That's such a. If you really dig into what you just said, you're basically saying this generation is fucked because parents these days are shit. It's kind of what you just said.
Yeah, because of propaganda around it.
What?
It's true.
What does that mean?
Because everyone's saying, "Oh, men, you need to talk," even though men don't talk, and it's not built into us to talk.
We've said that though.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. You're forcing something that isn't natural.
But we've done that.
You're trying to bend a river that doesn't want to be bent.
Rivers want to bend. That's what they do. They meander.
No.
And then they cut the corners out of the meanders.
Yeah, but it doesn't like sometimes you need to keep it sort of like it's not a bad thing that's the case,
I think
it's not a bad thing that's the case.
I think I agree with what you're saying. I'm just trying to broad spectrum it. I think what you're trying to say is whatever works for you. Is what you're trying to say.
I'm not saying whatever works for you. I'm saying that it's built into men differently to built into women. That like that's how you handle things all your life and stuff. So you shouldn't change that. Take every other thing with a pinch of salt from each like sex to develop you, like you just said, like develop, but have it in a sense that like it works in the natural response too. Do you know what I mean?
Each sex? What do you mean?
There's two sexes.
Sorry?
There are two sexes.
Okay, fair enough. I'm not going to argue or stand for...
There are two sexes. On medical grounds and on a front that makes fucking sense, there are two sexes.
Fair enough, okay.
It's not fair enough, mate. It's factual.
Factually,
if you've got a penis, you're a bloke. If you've got a vagina, you are a woman. On paper.
Factually, you are correct, and that is correct.
Thank you.
We'll move on briskly from that.
No, okay.
I agree with what you just said.
The actual, if you go off the chemical responses in the brain to scenarios that are, especially like high stress scenarios.
Okay, good. What you're saying now backs up with what you just said.
Exactly, that's what I'm going on to. That backs up because that is a natural response. That it doesn't matter if your name's Phil or Sarah or you've got a tackle or you haven't. You can't change the fact that that's in your brain unless you take pills and medication to prevent
Change
maybe certain things happening, or things being released in your brain. That is the type of factual stuff that you can't shift. It's really hard. Like for you're telling blokes to talk, and you want us to talk and stuff and everything. But there's two problems with that. We're not used to that, and it's not built in to do that because it's easier just to get on with life and sort things practically to help us.
As a progressional thing, we evolve as humans. So why can't that be something that
because
we
we've still
are
got
the
a
generation
caveman
that changes?
brain.
Sorry,
we've still got a caveman brain.
Yeah, but why can't we change that? We evolve every day. We are this generation of humans now because we evolved to be.
Yeah.
Why can't we just change this one thing where, I'm upset about something? It's okay. I can talk about it. That's fine.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying it's not natural. It's not a natural thing for a bloke to do.
I agree. I do agree with you.
It's not a bad. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying it's not a natural thing. Like,
Yeah, but I don't think it's
all. You're
I,
upset. The easiest thing for a bloke to do, that's a generic thing, and I am being very, very, like,
you are very ballparking and generic in it.
A bloke's upset, let's go to the pub and have a pint.
I think
if a woman's upset, you'll want to sit and talk about it. A lot of blokes won't want to sit and talk about it. It's deflecting from a situation to feel better because you don't want to acknowledge it.
I think you're
bury
talking
stuff deep.
So generically, though.
I'm not. Mate, there's studies out there that say this.
Yeah, okay.
I'm trained in these areas.
Yeah.
Genuinely, I'm not like being all big-headed and stuff like that, but I'm saying like that's why blokes don't talk. Because they bury it. It's an easier situation. It's a practical response.
It's a coping mechanism.
Yeah,
it's not thinking about it and just moving on with it.
Yeah, from a caveman practical brain.
Literally what we just said.
Yeah.
Our dads are practical. You just get on with it.
Exactly, yeah. If you've got a problem with your missus, you're more likely to tell your mum. If you've got a problem at your house, you're more likely to tell your dad.
Yes. But
that's not a bad way.
But we're only talking on personal perspective there.
I am to an extent,
We can't answer on behalf of everyone.
No, I am to an extent.
No,
a lot of studies show. Yeah, a lot of studies show this. You can look it up. A lot of studies do show that is a factual thing.
In this demographic, yes.
No, not even this demographic.
In the UK demographic.
No, it's not. It's a chemical response in the brain. And it's like flight or fight as well.
In terms of what? The male is
a lot of males would fight.
And you're saying females are flight?
Some of them compared to males. But I'm not saying either one's good or bad because that's why maybe more blokes get into trouble because they're more likely to just to hit someone.
Yeah. Okay.
Whereas a female might have a go at someone but not actually hit someone, sort of thing. So it's not necessarily do you know what I mean? It's not a good or bad thing. It's just how different parties happen. Blokes see red a lot easier than females. A lot to do with testosterone.
Yeah.
And that is a
agree.
point blank fact on paper that obviously is the male difference, estrogen and testosterone.
And going all the way back to what you said, it is what we are
caveman brains is that, isn't it? Yeah.
And chemically, what our brains tell us to do in situations and scenarios.
Yeah.
We all react differently, but if you're on the male side,
you're more likely
you're going to do this thing to a female who will do this thing, and that's not specifically the case in every scenario.
No, it's not at all.
But it's more.
There's a good
you're channeling
chance.
A decision based on a more likely
and sometimes
scenario.
Sometimes,
right,
I'm not saying that it's an excuse, but sometimes it isn't necessarily like the party's fault. It's not necessarily the person's fault.
That's very situation specific.
It is very situation specific, but I mean, like when blokes see red, there's a small percentage of that is maybe uncontrollable. It's not an excuse because they've still got that restraint behind it.
Take away that
what I'm saying
it's not an excuse. That's not an excuse, whatever you're saying.
No, it's not an excuse at all. But I'm saying like the big thing that I'm saying is because of that, society and propaganda and everyone is feeding into they're making people feel like they should and need to change. That's not the case. There's no need for people to change based on like, oh, you think it's going to help them. You don't know that person for a start, and you also don't know if they are more likely to get annoyed and they're maybe punch someone sort of thing. Because like blokes are different. There's a whole spectrum of blokes compared to other blokes and stuff. Same with women. But you're forcing it so as a generic like men don't talk, men need to talk, bum bum bum. It's very, very like matter of fact, very, very forceful. It should be changed, I think.
Mindset.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah, well, not even mindset, just to in a way mindset. Yeah, but almost to question yourself.
It's a hard line though, because I think it's like a spider diagram where you could go off a different course.
Yeah. It's way deeper than just saying men should talk.
Yeah, because
men don't have to talk.
Exactly, and I think and it's so broad and silly to say, but it is down to whatever helps you.
Yeah.
That's the answer.
It
to
is,
this.
yeah.
Whatever works for you.
There's a lot of
the
blokes,
answer.
especially older blokes out there, that if you ask them if they're okay, 9 times out of 10 they'll say yes.
Or they'll be like, yeah.
Yeah, and the only other time they'll say, and the only other
yes.
time they'd say no would be more of a practical. So like their hands cut off. Oh, I'm not alright actually because
fucking practical hand cut off,
Yeah.
mate. That's fucking life changing. What do you mean practical?
no, you're
Talking about right hand gone.
okay. Brickies, and they have an accident, and a brick falls on someone's head. Oh, you're right. No, actually,
Should have
my
had a
head
hard
hurts.
hat, man.
You're not.
Should have had a
They're
hard
not.
hat on.
They're
mate.
not about to say, oh, like I feel sad about this situation that's happened. Then they'll just go, oh, practically, my head fucking hurts, sort of thing.
Yes. And sort it out.
Whereas I think a female would look more deeper because it's natural in their brains to look at that more deeper and say like, oh, it was her fault, and like more of a emotional side to it.
There
is more of emotional side.
That's a
to
good
it.
way of putting that.
Yeah, there is. Yeah, there is. That's why girls are bitchy. Girls are so much more bitchy than lads. Lads will just hit each other and then they'll go, oh, sorry, mate, I don't even know what we're fighting about. Girls will bitch and bitch and bitch all day, like behind their backs and meh, all the time.
I think we're going a bit too generic again. I think the broad case of what you're saying is correct, but I think it's very generic. Is that a fair point to say?
It is very generic, but I think to an extent you can get backed up by just saying like that's kind of a male and female brain. That's kind of how they work.
Agreed.
It's not a bad way. I'm not saying either one's correct. Neither one's correct. You need a happy medium. If you want to be the perfect human, you need a happy medium of both.
That's not.
But there isn't exactly.
That's not a thing.
But propaganda tells you that there is, and you need to be that.
Yeah.
You need to be more caring. You do. You need to talk more. You do.
This is very politically heavy now. So
I am being politically heavy, but I'm also saying like a lot of it's just full of shit.
Yes. Yeah.
A lot of it is full of shit. There's nothing wrong with me saying like, oh, you're right, lad, you look a bit sad, and you going, oh, I'm not, but you know, it's one of them, and me just saying, oh, well, you know, if you don't want to talk about it,
then.
let's get exactly. There's nothing bad about that. It genuinely helps.
That's the best situation that like to back up everything you've just said. What you just said is a perfect example of this, like a scenario.
You don't have to force it. You don't have to be
it's
like.
It's not a force. Whatever.
Talk.
Like what we just said, it's whatever helps for you. Whatever works. Whatever works is whatever works for you.
Yeah.
Find what works.
Yeah, exactly.
Is that what we're trying to say?
Pretty much, yeah.
Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah.
I feel like I'm trying to round you up, but I don't know why.
No, you are correct. Going back to the whole point that like we said about earlier.
How did we get onto that?
I don't know, but I think it was like how you deal with stuff and things to an extent. But that's what I mean. With like dealing with stuff, that it's fine. You deal with it kind of however you deal with it, really.
Yeah.
Just take time.
Exactly. Any finishing quotes that you want to say? Or... that went very deep in a different aspect. We went very sad, emotional, talking about
and very forceful
about death and family, relatives, and relations to us personally, to a very broad spectrum on the male and female perspective of situations.
I'm not being sexist in any way. I'm just saying it's very obvious that like that happens maybe at least 6-7 times out of 10, but that's no one's fault. That's just how our brains are wired.
Yeah, factually,
a lot of it is just brain chemistry and endorphins and chemicals in the brain. It's kind of out of your control to an extent.
Yeah, you're drawing a line again that's very hard between like.
I'm not giving excuses.
That's not
to
excuses.
Stuff. No,
I
I'm
think
not
that's
giving
I think that's what's got to be premised as what says afterwards.
Exactly. No, but I'm saying it's more of a. There's nothing bad about it, but
that's just what it is.
The bad thing is forcing that middle ground. You don't need to force that middle ground. It's fine being a bloke and being shit with your emotions, and it's fine being a woman and being really good with your emotions. Women are better with emotions because their brain's more emotional. They're more mature. When people say women are more mature, they are more mature because their brains are different. It's as simple as that.
Okay.
It is.
I just didn't know what to say on the matter. I agree.
There you go. If you disagree, I don't care.
Fair enough. Yeah. Was that your closing statement?
I've probably got a better one, but I'll think of it for the next podcast.
Trade it on into this one.
Yeah.
I don't feel like a Nick of the Week is very appropriate right now. I don't feel like it's going to suit this episode very well.
A Nick of the Week is a simple solution.
Go on.
Just stop forcing stuff.
Okay. It's not really Nick. I think that's more advice, but I like it.
It is.
Thanks for advice of the week. How about that?
Yeah.
A
Exactly.
new segment, advice of the week.
Advice of the week. You keep forcing stuff, it's
Don't
going to break.
Don't exactly.
Yeah.
That,
Just like a poo.
sorry,
Force a poo, mate. Don't do that.
you get a hernia.
Yeah. You'll pop an eye out or something.
Oh, God, die. You can die from pushing too
You
hard.
should do. Yeah, ask
You can
Elvis.
die.
And in that scenario, he's my number one. I would like to meet Elvis.
No. Thank you very much. Thank you, baby. And thank you for listening to the podcast. That's a perfect ending point, I think. Thank you for listening.
See you next
episode
time.
103 is signed out.
For the end of August next week.
Join us next Wednesday for 104. Class. Excellent. It's not chronological. Goodbye.
Excellent.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.